fine, but just a
Yeah.
solo mission, that's a little crazy.
No, yeah, that's a little, yeah, that's a bit, a bit serial killer-ish.
I think I tweeted, I was like, our pops wasn't showing up to the Gerald Levert show with no hose. Like,
Yeah.
welcome to Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy B writing on all socials.
This is our segment we title What's on Our Mind, where we let you guys know what we've been seeing on the internet, what we wanted to talk about. And just off the rip, I'd like to say it's recently been brought to my attention that people are still eating canned green beans. And I just want you to know if you're still doing that, I hate you and your entire lineage. That is
That's crazy.
becoming of you. Green beans are like $1 a pound. A pound is like this many. And they're very easy to cook. You just literally put them in a pan with a little salt, a little pinch of lemon, and they don't taste like aluminum foil like the ones out of the can. And they're not mush. They're actually fresh. And I don't know why we're still doing this. Why are people still eating canned green beans?
Uh, I don't know. I haven't, I don't know. I haven't
When's the
seen that
last time you
in a
had a
while.
canned green bean?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. I think it was always from not stock, but straight from the produce section. I mean,
Um,
I can't say act like I can't lie and act like I haven't had it or we
oh yeah,
haven't
for
done it,
sure.
But
Um,
yeah,
we used to do canned green beans coming up, but like food was fresh food was harder to get back then.
yeah, that's true.
People in general were just a lot poorer back then. And now every grocery store just has like a section of fresh produce that is cheap and abundant, and you don't have to do these things. But someone called me bougie, and I'm like, "What's bougie? They're $1 a pound." This is not lobster. These are green beans.
So this is just you defending your perceived lack of elitism. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, green beans, green beans, fresh green beans are
You
not
just,
elite.
you just want to take some smut off your name.
No, no. I refuse to concede this point. Canned green beans are disgusting. It would be one thing if green beans were like difficult to prepare. You literally
Right. I hear you.
cut each side off because there's that stem. You put it in a pan. That's it. There's nothing. It just heat it up. They're already done. You could eat them
I
raw.
feel
You
I feel
don't
like this is
even
like the
need.
start right. I feel like this is the start of your like cooking for beginners YouTube show or something.
Is green beans cooking? Because you literally just put them in a pan and heat them up. You can make them in the
I, th
microwave.
I, th I think using electricity to make food is considered cooking.
I would just love to do a side by side. I guarantee you, there are no more steps to fresh green beans than canned green beans. It's
I mean, I would assume you're right.
like you can make green beans fresh
Yeah.
in a microwave. You just put you're
Yeah, for
steaming
sure.
them
Just put it in
basically.
there 2 minutes. Yeah, with the cover on.
All right. I just had to get that off my chest. That was a last minute pivot from what I had earlier,
Okay.
which is also something else. But you want to talk about social media since we started down that path?
Yeah, I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago. We're talking about social media, and I was bringing up some sort of trending topic on Twitter that I saw, and she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I get on Twitter on my phone like once a week," and I was like, "How do you do that?" So I took it off my phone, and she goes, "I just got really tired of like certain type of content." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, like a lot of like Nazi content is on Twitter now. A lot of the manosphere content is just hard, grating on my ears, eyes and ears. Too, it's a lot, difficult to consume and stuff like that." So I was like, "Oh, that's kind of interesting." I mean, you see it, but I guess you don't really think about it affecting people like mentally and emotionally in that kind of way. Um, so it got me reflecting on like what content how do I use my Twitter feed and my social media? What content do I curate? So like for me, like I really hate the pretty much any black dating discourse. I fucking
Oh
despise.
God, the pop the balloon
Uh,
show.
yeah, the pop the balloon. I mean, I do see the clips. Some of them are funny, but it is actually really depressing, and that's why the black family is in the state that it's in. I also, it's the 50/50,
Oh God,
the
yeah.
what else? I'm software, I'm safe at sort of shit. What else do I not like on like just like the gender war shit? I really really hate because we men need women, women need men need men, women need women. We all need each other, you know. I was trying to think what else about social media like a particular like I mean obviously like the MAGA shit I hate that but I think a lot of us feel that way so I just wanted to see what your thoughts were and if there was a specific type of like content that you just see and you just like mute on your phone whenever you see it on social media or like hit like less interested?
Um, actually, I hate unoriginal content
Yeah.
creators.
Stolen tweets?
Not even like just if you're the 6,000th person this week to post Jamie Foxx doing gangbang dance,
Gang gang. Do you gang bang? I'll be
why?
outside
Like
with my
what?
gang gang.
Like you have to know this is like this is the least original thing you could do today.
Correct. We all know he loves the song. We get it. We
Like,
understand.
it's just like, oh, my coworkers think I'm cool, but as soon as they get to know me, Jamie Foxx shit. It's like, dude, like I just
Yeah.
especially like when it's new, like the first three were funny, but like when you're the
Right.
50th, you have to know that
Yeah.
this is just like why? I don't understand why you
Yeah.
would do that.
I
It's
feel
just
you. I hear you.
I hate
Um,
unoriginal stuff. I generally hate following people and it's not a peek into who they are. It's just like, oh, they use it like a storyboard and they're just reposting other things they found funny.
okay.
And there's
Got you.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
with that. But if it's
Like no
all you
opinions or
post,
anything. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, okay, but like I follow you. I could have went to some random For You
Right.
page if I wanted to watch other people's reels all day.
Right.
But no, I don't like any dating discourse. I don't. I just there's a selection mechanism in effect there where like that pop the balloon show.
Yeah.
The only people who would subject themselves to that, you know, you're not dealing with well-adjusted people with like things going in their life if they're showing up on a
Right.
show where they literally line up and let women pop a balloon when they like
Or
that's
men on them. Yeah. You just wanted to go viral.
yeah, it's like the one my female friends say that every like networking event or dating event is like
Hmm.
9 women to every 1 man. And I
Right.
always tell them that no self-respecting man would show up to that.
Yeah.
Like no man would no, you wouldn't want the kind of man who would subject
Who
himself
would do
to
that on purpose?
to
Yeah.
like, the NFL draft combine, but women in dating. Like I'm good.
Yeah, no, facts. I remember actually I was at an open mic event. A friend of mine was hosting it and there was like a speed dating like part before that. And she was like, please, we don't have enough guys. Jordan, can you please just do it? Like you get in for free. I was like, all right, fine. But it was the most like soul sucking experience
Yeah.
of my life. Like
Yeah. Well, like you literally like a woman looks you up and down and goes,
right.
"You're worthy of this conversation." And like, okay.
Right. Yeah. Or doesn't. And
It's like, why would any man with any options whatsoever subject themselves to
yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah, it was awful.
it's just, I just don't know why someone would better like you're only men who show up to that are men who just have no other like they
Yeah,
have
or
nothing
they're
better to
like or
do.
it's for like older people like and that was the funny part. Like there was like some older ladies and they were like, "You're too young to be doing this. Like why are you here?"
Join a church. I'm not,
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm just doing this as a favor for a friend. Trust me, I don't want to do this at all. We can have a conversation though.
no, pretty much too much inward facing camera. Obviously, it's a little different for women. Obviously, women like taking pictures. I don't have any objections to that. Women like taking pictures. Like I like women. So, but
Yeah,
like if you're on vacation, maybe like show the ocean a little bit. Like not just
yeah,
have it
yeah.
facing you the whole time.
Right.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, too much inward facing camera. Too much reposting of other reels. And when it comes to
Hmm.
content creators, the ones I hate the most are just the ones who take a joke that's 2 weeks old and just
Right.
remix it
Posted on Facebook.
in the laziest way possible. Or there's this one dude, and I don't know his name, and I wouldn't use it anyway, who just does black people do this, white people do this, and
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like
I
the
hate
worst
that.
90s comic view bits. It's just like
Hmm.
I thought he was like, this is how black people buy grapes, this is how white people buy
I saw
grapes.
that. I saw that the
It's
other
like,
day. I
oh
saw
my
that one the other
God,
day.
dude. I, you know, you know what it teaches me though?
Yeah,
I don't love money nearly as much as other
enough.
people are do because I just could never live like if that's what I have to do for a living, just like record myself
Yeah,
buying grapes like a black person and then
That's how I feel when I
It's
when I see
like,
like the popped up balloon shit. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want it bad enough.
yeah, maybe I'm just not hungry enough. If this is what it
Maybe right.
takes,
Maybe I don't have that dog in me. I don't know.
uh, you know,
Uh,
yeah, it's or just like recording yourself waking up and like the
I saw
logistics of
that.
that means you have to
Have a
wake up and
camera.
then re-wake up, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that.
I feel you. I hear you. Yeah. There's a way to do it where it's still organic, even though there is some sort of obviously there's a performance element to it. But when it just feels like you're shooting a movie, it gets to be a bit much.
I just or like the skits, man.
Hmm.
Um, God bless him, but it was like Kev on stage is doing like a little media tour right now where
Okay.
he's
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and look, he seems to be an incredibly kind and generous man.
He
Like
does. I like him a
really,
lot.
really kind and generous. But people will say, um, Kev gave me an opportunity that Hollywood would never have given me, or white executives would never, da 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 da
Hmm.
da. And I'll go look at their content. And I'll be like, yeah, I'd have turned that shit down too. Kev is just being nice. Hollywood turned that down because Hollywood,
For a reason.
yeah, like, ooh, man. Like, God bless him, man. He's doing a great thing. But even he'll
Yeah.
tell you he's not optimizing for like return on investment here. He's just being
Yeah.
kind and generous. Because I'll
Got
go
you.
to, man, it was one dude, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see why they would have passed on this.
Hmm. That's crazy.
But man, shout out to him though. He seems like a really great guy.
Nah, he seems like a really good dude. I fuck with Kev on stage. Kev on
Yeah,
stage, Kev on stage, whatever.
I think his
Um,
I think his
Kev
name
on
is
stage,
Kevin, so it's Kev
Kev
on
on
stage.
stage. Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah,
You want? Oh, I guess this is my topic, man. So let me ask you this. So I sent
yeah,
you the hit TV show Abbott Elementary, with Quentin
yeah.
Brunson and the dude from Everybody Hates Chris. I forget his name. I apologize.
Tyler James Williams.
Tyler James Williams, incredible actor. And their characters dated in the show, and you guys can find the clip. It's like 3 minutes long. We're not gonna go through that. But
Right.
long story short, they broke up because they weren't. The kids would say vacation maxed, which mean
Okay,
matched, vacation matched. I think
got you.
look matched. Anyways, I'm old. Basically, they don't have the same vacation styles. And let me ask
Yeah,
the question I have for you is how important is being vacation matched with your long-term wife, girlfriend, sneaky link, significant other,
yeah.
situationship, whatever you want to call it?
Let me just list all the categories.
Yeah, I
The
just
whole
want to
spectrum of
cover
human interaction. Yeah, my
the
friends.
whole thing.
No, I think it's actually really important. I think it's a huge factor in compatibility. Because I feel like traveling with someone is like living with someone. That's why if you notice, like that whole thing about like women friends always break up after trips to Miami because it's like living with each other. It's like everybody's great when you can see them like for 2 hours at lunch and then you go back home. But when you got to go home and see them, it's a different dynamic. So I do think that's really important. 'Cause some people want to like do activities when they travel. Some people want to do nothing when they travel. Some people want to do both. Some people want to go out. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different spiel into or different ways of tickling their fancies while they're on vacation, and I do think that's important. If I will say if you're not quote unquote equally yoked in terms of vacation habits, you both need to be flexible then. Like if you're flexible, then you can make it work, I think. But if you want to go see, the ancient ruins and she wants to go have fine dining and y'all are not budging, then, you know, might be time to just be friends.
Um, well, so a couple follow-up questions there, but the first one I'll ask is how
Yeah.
soon into talking before the first vacation?
Oh, that's a good question. Um,
Not long, like
hmm.
weekend, little Friday to Sunday joint at the beach. Nothing, y'all not going to
Okay,
Rome.
okay, 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 okay. Okay, for
Sharing a
something like
room though.
that,
Sharing a room Friday to Sunday
right?
at the beach.
Okay, I'd say mm, that's like maybe like 4 to 6 month range. I'd say.
Okay, I said three, so
Yeah.
same, close enough. So it's important, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I
Mhm.
think you're, the flexibility can be a deal breaker. But
Yeah.
like it's
Right.
cool, especially if we've been linked for a long time. This vacation is what you want to do. The next one, I'll do it. Whatever. And there, you're not only going to take one vacation. You
Correct.
know, I do have one. Can't travel with somebody cheap. If she's cheap and doesn't want to
Right.
do things, that's kind of,
Yeah,
but that's does but no, I mean, it just depends on. I just think people should just be flexible, like
I
the
hear you.
video I sent you, he was just rigid and just awful.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was kind of being a douche about it.
yeah, and cheap
Yeah. And she
and
already bought the
all.
tickets.
Well, that was kind of a flex, but
Fair.
I just people need to be more flexible. But how about you, man? Are you an adventure vacation person or a lounging vacation person?
Uh, I'm both. I do need time to nap for sure, especially on vacation because I feel like you're doing more shit on vacation than you do in real life, honestly. At least for me. Um, but I like outdoors. I like doing different things. I want to, take pictures in front of the waterfall and go see the bird exhibit and all that kind of stuff. So, I'd say both, but I think doing stuff is a little more important to me as long as there's time set aside for or flexibility to just like rest and chill for like a couple hours by the pool or the beach or whatever.
Um, are you like local food, chain food, fine dining, food carts? What kind
Ooh.
of eating are we doing on this vacation?
Uh I'm doing everything but the chain food. We can do fucking McDonald's at home. I'm not, you know, I feel like if you're on vacation, you're there to experience things that you're not gonna get at home. So I'm trying to do. I'm definitely maybe like a food cart. If I'm like in, I love like street food, like street tacos and food trucks stuff like that. So if they have something like that, I'm definitely gonna want to try that out. Local eateries, if they're safe and shit, fine dining for like 1 or 2 nights just to see what the flavor is. No pun intended.
I don't care. Like it's. I mean, honestly, like even for like the chain, I've traveled and eaten at a chain. It's just food, man.
Yeah,
One
I hear
one
you.
thing I do hate is people who like all they talk on it, like the whole vacation planning is just which restaurants we going to, and that's just
Oh no
fat.
no 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 no.
Like
Not even that. That's
it's
just for
like
Instagram. That's all that is for Instagram, so you can get pictures of your place. I
it's
hate that
like,
shit.
man, I've traveled with people who just are obsessed with where we're eating, what time we're eating, and it's like, damn, like it's just food, man.
You
Like
ain't
I
got food
don't
at
like.
home.
And so, like, because I have that mindset, it's nothing for me to. We've been ripping and running all day, and it's 7 o'clock, and we tired. Isn't I don't care if we pop into Applebee's. Like, it really doesn't matter to me.
Right, I hear you.
Because I am an adventure traveler. I don't really like to just sit in the hotel room, so I'll go
Yeah.
out. So vacations are different in the sense that like you're not really hitting the streets like that. You're not really going out to clubs and shit. You're doing a lot of stuff during the daytime, and you go out. Don't get me wrong, but like it ain't like when
Yeah.
you go out with the boys and y'all ripping and running until 3 o'clock in the morning. You're not really doing that on a vacation.
True. Yeah, you're not going out like
So
that.
you up early, and after you get some breakfast, what you just gonna do? Watch TV? No, you gonna make a move. So I think it's important to be vacation matched, but it's also important to understand that you're not only gonna go on one, not only, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
there's some give and some take there. So
Mhm.
um, as long as she's not cheap about like
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not road tripping. Fucking hate that shit. Not sitting in the car for 9 hours, showing up musty and tired. Not
Yeah.
doing that. Not
No.
when the flight is $300. Like, we can,
Yeah,
we can literally
that's ridiculous.
teleport there
Dr-
for a couple $100.
Yeah, they were tripping. Driving from Philly to what was the Outer Banks? Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
And it's just
No,
to save what? I mean, after gas, you're saving like $100 a person.
if
And
that.
I'm sorry, but if that 100 hurting you, y'all don't need to be on no vacation.
Exactly. That's the thing too. I think that was my biggest takeaway from their argument was like, do y'all need to go on this trip? Because I don't
Uh,
think you do.
It's funny. I fell off from the show because I just stopped. I wasn't very good. It stopped. Honestly, once they got into a relationship and the hit, will they,
It's
won't
kind of the
they?
end of it.
It was kind of the end
Yeah.
of it. But if the timeline follows it, they've been together for 2 seasons now. So I don't know how this is just now becoming
Yeah.
a thing. But all's well
Yeah,
that ends well.
I think they put them together too soon. To be honest.
Well, I mean, the show's in season 5, right? Yeah, it's in season 5.
Yeah, season
And I
five.
think because the shows we loved in the 90s weren't on streaming and they aired
Yeah.
once a week and if you missed it, you just missed it. And then
Right.
the syndication was all summer. We forget that they didn't run as long as like Martin ran for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to
Yeah.
believe,
Fresh
but
Prince ran for
Abbott
6 seasons.
Elementary is going to run longer than Martin ran.
Right.
And it's just like they feel so much longer because they weren't ubiquitous.
Correct.
It was a once a week thing. And
Yeah, I think Good
so
Times ran for like 4 or 5 seasons.
the Wayans brothers for three, Jamie Foxx show for four. Um, and so it's not, I mean, season three, they got them together. That's not really
Yeah.
that soon. It just felt fast because we're used to watching
I
everything
guess.
so fast.
Yeah. I guess
Uh,
I just when I kind of put the mockumentary shows all in the kind of same bucket. So like when I compare it to like Parks and Rec and The Office, Jim and Pam didn't get together. They got they got married at the end of shit. Was it season five? Maybe. I think maybe season five, I want to say. Um so I guess I'm kind of judging it by those like the 9, 10 year run sitcoms.
yeah, that's exceedingly rare though.
Yeah.
That's why look, I have my issues with how Game of Thrones ended, and they definitely hit the 2x speed button. But like,
Right.
they were on year 10. The people were ready to be
Correct.
done, man. Like
Yeah, they was ready to do other shit.
people would blame the directors, but like the actors, like Kit Harington would tell you, like, dude, we were fried. We were so sick of putting on
Yeah.
all that shit. And you
And on top
know,
of that, he had the worst. He was in fucking Iceland the whole half the show,
yeah.
pretty much the whole time. So
And it's just like, look, they did not land that plane. 100% did not. But I
yeah.
think it was 7 seasons over 10 years with
Mhm.
a very large cast. And I think we underrate the difficulty in managing that in general.
Yeah, and the fact that
Uh,
nobody ever like left the show, they didn't
yeah,
have to they only recast like Dario, I
Dario,
think it
that's
was.
it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Which is what a as far as like a D-list character in the show, like
Yeah, right. D-list. Yeah,
what they pulled off was magical.
it really was. It really was. Same thing with Harry Potter.
Yeah, and it's like you dealing with. It's funny, and I've been rewatching though I've gotten sidetracked on other things, and the amount of nudity it decreases so much as the show goes on
Yeah,
because you can tell the cast is
they
just
got
like, I
paid
don't
too
want to do
much to
that.
do that shit.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? Fire Daenerys? Like and recast her?
Right.
Like no, like what are you gonna do? Fire
No,
me? No. So I'm not
people would have
think.
stopped watching.
Yeah, and so like by then the cast has enough leverage to say no. But they were naked
Yeah.
every other scene in season one and two, man.
Yeah, it was like
Which I
porn with
wasn't
great
mad about.
dialogue.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
no complaints.
but you can tell when you can almost feel when the actors and actresses got a little leverage. So,
Yep.
hobbies. What you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was scrolling TikTok over the weekend, and this girl was talking about reading, and she was like, she loved reading and stuff, and she was saying like, listen, if I start a book and I didn't finish it, that's cool. I read it. And she was saying like, you don't have to keep trudging through things that you don't enjoy just for the sake of saying you finished it. It's like especially with your hobbies, and she's like, why would I can't remember the exact word, but like basically like why would I turn my hobby into something that needs to be like considered productivity or like
Yeah,
optimized for efficiency, things of that nature. And I was like, damn, that's right. Like we do tend to turn hobbies into some shit you just have to finish because you feel like you got to finish it.
yeah,
And I think we attach too much worth to like finishing things. Like I feel like we spend so much of our lives just doing shit we don't want to do just because we have to do it, which is a part of being a grown up.
yeah,
Like I understand that, but it's like when you're off the clock, do you really have to do certain shit that
yeah.
on a regular basis that you don't really want to do,
Well, I
even if
mean,
even if it's like something
go
that you
ahead.
enjoy?
Yeah, it's like yes, it is part of being a grown up is doing things you don't want to do. But like we're talking about a TV show, I gotta do that shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like no, I actually don't have to finish this television show. Nah, I am good for man. I'll walk out of a movie if it's 45 minutes
Yeah.
in and I'm like, this is irredeemable. The money's spent. I can't get it back. So do
Right.
I just, it's a sunk cost at this point. Do I want to waste
Hmm.
another hour or go do something I want to do for this hour? I can't get the money back. This movie
Yep.
is not going to get any better. I'm just chasing after losses. I'll leave. I'm
Correct.
just, if a TV show has 4 episodes for me, if you have not grabbed my attention after 3 hours of runtime, it was never meant to be.
Yeah, it wasn't for
Uh,
me. I
um,
ain't
uh,
got 12 hours to wait for it to
no,
get good.
a book has 50 pages. You're not getting me there in 50
Yeah.
pages. You're shutting this shit off. Uh, Life's just too short, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just, it's like and I do understand that pull though, because like with the Goodreads and the count. I stopped doing
Right,
that because what's the word? It's like Goodard's law. It's when a measure becomes a target, it ceases being a good measure.
right.
And it's like finishing books is good, but finishing books to
Enjoying
run
the
up a
book.
tally makes it a
Yes.
bad measure. And it's like now you're
Yeah.
reading books you're making yourself a worse reader. You're not a lot of times you're just skimming through to finish it.
Right. You're not taking in the message.
No, you're just trying to get the measure. We were talking about this on Twitter the other day. Like a good example
Mhm.
is assists. It is a good idea to pass
Yeah,
to
yeah,
open
yeah.
teammates and get them to shoot the ball. But when you start actively trying to get assists, you become bad
Mhm.
at playing offense. And
Right.
like
If you start or you start passing out grenades to people and
yeah,
shit, you know.
or just dribbling the air out of the ball
Yeah.
and the Chris Paul, where you
The
dribble
Chris,
the
I was
air
about to
out
say
of
the
the
Chris Paul
ball
shit. The Chris Paul shit. Yeah.
and and don't get me wrong, Chris Paul is a great basketball player, but someone made the good point. They were like, ask
All of his
any
former
NBA player.
teammates.
Yeah, well, yeah. And ask any NBA player, and they'll say Halliburton is a better passer to play with because
Hmm.
he's getting the ball up the court. He's initiating the fast break. He's passing to the passer, whereas Chris Paul
Right.
is passing to get assists.
Right.
And that again, assist in and of itself is a good idea. We should reward people who pass to teammates. But once
Correct.
you let that stat be known and you start measuring it, you influence the behavior to get the stat. Another good one is
Correct.
sacks. You see defensive ends just selling out for sacks
Hmm.
and getting out of their lane or overselling, and it'll be a handoff. And it's like sacks are
Yeah.
great. Sacks are wonderful. But if that's all you're
But
chasing,
if you're
it
leaving your man
becomes
hanging, because
correct. So
yeah, I
um
agree. I kind of had to come to that crossroads too, like with like reading it and just other things I enjoy. Like, uh, you'll see people like, oh, I finished a book. I read a book a day. I finished a book in a day, which like is good and that's amazing.
big
But then I
cap
was like,
though.
damn, but that's also possible too. But I'd be like, damn, I'm reading slow as fuck. Maybe I'm not that smart. Like,
I don't
but it's like I'd rather read this book for a week or 2 weeks or a month and enjoy it and get everything out of it and get all the details and really comprehend it and be able to like recite the lines and shit like that, than just finish it and be on to the next thing.
I am not a hater, but I'm deeply skeptical of people who claim they're reading a book a day or
In a day. Yeah.
saw something where somebody said they read the whole A Song of Ice and Fire in like 6 weeks, and I'm like,
There's no way. Unless you're unemployed.
dude, that's like 10,000 pages in six
Yeah.
weeks. Um, Look, is there someone out there who's done it? Of course. Don't get me wrong. There are some very smart people out here, but
Yeah.
just that's a lot of that's a lot. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot of fucking time, dude.
And the thing to keep in mind, man, is the internet be lying.
Yeah, people be lying on there.
Those fitness influences are roided up. The
Yeah.
people who claim to read 150 books a year might be reading 50 and,
Hmm.
stuff in the ballot box.
Yeah. I also want to see how long some of those books are they're reading because I'd be like, is it a novella? Is
Yeah. Like
you know
the Bridges of Madison County is like 90 pages. And one year I counted that as one of my books. And it's like, that's like a long New York Times article. Like that's
Yeah.
not,
That's an essay.
it's really
Yeah.
uh good book
That's a
though.
case study.
Yeah. So hobbies then, since we're here,
Yeah.
have you what it's 2026, what have you rediscovered anything that you're doing or liking? What kind of hobbies you into?
Yeah, so I started back working on some pieces the last few days. Um they're coming together pretty well. And I got a couple like skeletons. I call them skeletons when I just have a couple lines and maybe an idea or a title. Got a couple skeletons I can work on. Some are just like lines and I'm like, I just need to get that out. And that's just like what that is. But I got a few pieces I'm working on right now, so I'm excited about that. I have been thinking about picking back up on the guitar. I just gotta like find time throughout the day or like set time throughout the day to like get back into it. Because it's one of those things where you can't just do it once a week. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
to do it at least 20 minutes a day every day so you can really, because it's not a natural. They're not natural movements like the shapes your hands make and it's the calluses and the strings on your fingers. Like it's completely unlike it. You can compare it to typing, but it's really not because the keyboard doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So I got to get back into that and also just getting my hand strength up as well. But so I'm gonna start working on like I'll go on like YouTube or like TikTok and I'll just find like 2 or 3 chord songs or like simple songs for beginners. You can kind of just build your confidence up and that'll get you over the fear of like learning. I feel like with music, especially, like it's such a hard craft that like you get intimidated and you're like, oh, you'll say you hear a song you like, and you're like, oh, I want to learn how to play that song so I can play the music that I love. But that song you hear that you think sounds simple, that shit got seven chords and it's all
You sound like
hardships.
Lil Wayne playing the guitar when he went through his rock
Yeah, yeah,
phase.
you're right, you're right, yeah.
He dropped the whole album. It's some of the worst guitar riffs you'll ever hear in your
Right.
life.
And by the way, I still don't think that was him playing that shit. So there's that.
If he outsourced bad guitar play, that's even
That would
out.
be funny.
Where do you find someone
Uh,
to play bad on purpose? Oh,
middle
um,
school band, I think. But I mean, I had like a couple go-to songs, and I love like the finger picking style, like with like the Spanish guitar sound that always really like rang out to me. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick that back up. I think I actually got to get my guitars looked at because it's been a while, so make sure they're up and running and in good condition first.
well, if I may, so this is topical today. I've been going through a lot of Prince stuff because I won't date the episode, but well, I guess I will date the episode. He died 10 years ago today, but
Correct.
1985 Syracuse live. You can find the whole set on YouTube, but if you could want to
Okay.
find like the specific Purple Rain play, about
Hmm.
3 minutes in, he starts a guitar solo, and for my money, it's granted I'm not scrolling through listening to
Guitar
guitar
performances.
solos all the time, but
Yeah.
that solo in Purple Rain is it's I don't know if it gets better than that.
No,
So
he's ridiculous. There's a video I watched of him. I used to watch all the time when I was playing guitar. There's a video of him. I can't remember what song it is. Oh God, that's really gonna bug me. But he plays an acoustic version of it, like to an interviewer, and she's like falling in love with him as he's playing, and it's like the smoothest shit ever.
I know which way you're talking about.
Yeah.
It might have been Purple Rain, but yeah, I know it's stereotypical Purple Rain. But
Nah. Yeah.
1985 Syracuse is
Yeah.
it's as good as it gets. So
Okay. Yeah.
for me, I have kind of sort of been like falling back in love with video gaming.
Okay.
Um, I like offline, like I got Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition off PlayStation Network for $6. And it's all three of the games, all the DLC. It's insane. And
Okay.
so I skipped game one because it's so dated. It's like unplayable.
Gotcha. It's
And I've
called
been
Mass
playing
Effect.
Mass Effect 2. Yeah, Mass Effect
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. It's legendary BioWare game. And I've been playing the second one, and I think I played
Okay.
like for 15 hours this weekend. And it's just nice to um, you know, offline, no pressure. I'm not rushing to
Yeah.
beat it. It doesn't matter if I beat it this week or this year.
Hmm.
And been kind of getting back into it, man. It's been a good time. And the next up will be The Witcher 3. So
Okay.
doing a little gaming.
That's dope.
I've actually because like
Um,
I grew up gaming, and you just life happens. You ripping and running.
right.
You outside because you outside. You like now it's just I'm cool with being inside and just play these games and not really. I don't get me wrong. I'm not a house cat anymore. I'm not a house cat. I pop out, but like it's nice
Right.
to just have some low wattage hobbies. So
I feel you. Yeah.
uh, doing the work. What work are we doing and what's going on with it?
Oh yeah. So I was came up with this topic. I was when you sent me the that clip of D'Lo talking about with Willie Gilly and Wallow about the years he was doing shows for nobody that was watching or shows for $2,500 where he was losing money because he had to pay for travel and all that kind of stuff. Talking about just the work that nobody sees. The 10,000 hours so to speak. And then I was on Instagram the other day and I saw a video of Lady Gaga doing Just Dance in like a Walmart like parking lot or something like that in like 2008.
There's
And
a
it's just
video
crazy
of
because
Dot performing.
in a Best Buy,
Yeah,
yeah,
me and my niggas trying to get it, you bitch. And
yeah,
that was
money
shit. He was a
trees,
major label signed artist and still performing in a
right?
fucking Best Buy parking lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. And it just got made me like it's always encouraging because people never really talk about the process that successful people go through to get where they're at. You just see them on stage and you don't really see everything that goes that that came up to before that coming to the stage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it was always cool to see that kind of shit. Like I think like one of my favorite documentaries. I know this person did bad things, but is the Genius documentary on Netflix, the one about Kanye, where they show
One day we're
him.
gonna get you to mention him without the disclaimers.
Yeah,
Like
you're
you,
right. Fuck it. I'm a fan. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys.
one day we're gonna
I
get
grew
you
up
to
listening to
say
his
it with your
music. Yeah,
chest. Like you
it
don't
is.
owe
Yeah,
these people an
you're right.
explanation
I
for who
don't.
you
I
listen
don't.
to.
You're right. I don't, and I didn't do anything wrong. I never hurt
No,
anybody.
no. And if you ever went through their fucking Spotify, I guarantee you it's problematic person after problematic person
Yes,
after
you know what? You're
problematic
right.
person.
You're right.
So
And
fuck
they
them
don't pay our
people. Listen to who
bills.
you want to listen
Fuck,
to.
you're right. Fuck them people. Uh, and where they just showed him rapping for anybody who would listen, or him going into the exec's offices like doing Jesus walks and niggas saying no, or just like being like, all right, thanks, that's cool, next, shit like that. Um, it's very encouraging because like I know we talked about this a lot, like with this, this podcast is we're putting in the hours and we're on that journey. And it's important to remember that, the journey really is the destination and it's not to be so result oriented. And it's also, uh, the episodes the clips we saw of certain shows or movies that made us watch those things. Think about how long it took for them to get into production and
Yeah.
all the effort that went into that,
Go watch the
So I
first
think,
5 episodes of your favorite podcast. It's unlistenable. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah,
it's like, who are these people? Why are they coughing into the mic?
yeah. Right.
It's like, they didn't rehearse any of this. They're just winging it.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
you mentioned Kanye and like the last album on his first last song on his first album, The Last Call, he's basically saying, talking
Yeah.
about all the times like, he would bring Hove a record and Hove would be like, that's nice.
Right.
And
But you got any beats though?
yeah, but came with the mayonnaise color bins we push
I
Miracle
push
Whips.
Miracle Whips.
And so yeah, I do think it's important to make note of that nobody starts overnight. Like there's a Cardi B video, like someone who was at her show during this tour, and they
Hmm.
were at her like one of her first shows 10 years ago, and it
Yeah.
was the same front row. And Cardi B pre 12,000 surgeries, and there's no one in the
Right.
stands, and it's
Yeah.
just like, wow, she really has been with you. I hope that she like at least DM'd her or something because that's crazy. Like
Yeah,
she
got a
had,
picture or something.
uh, yeah, it's important to do that. It's also important to keep in mind that there's a bit of a selection effect there, and like it's
Hmm.
survivor bias, um, in that. So you ever seen like that meme that's like the plane with the red dots around it?
Hmm.
It's supposed to show survivor bias. Basically, like in World War II, planes would get shot down. We send a plane and we get shot down, and then the
Yeah.
plane would come back and they would go, okay, well, how do we prevent planes from getting shot down? With planes that come back, we'll put extra reinforcements on the bullet holes of the planes that come back. And then they would send the planes out, and then planes would get shot down, and they come back. They're like, what the
Hmm.
hell? Until one engineer was like, well, wait, we're patching up the bullet holes on the planes that come back. And they're like, yeah. And they're like, but the planes that come back didn't get shot down. And they were like, oh.
Right.
And so I say that to say we're only hearing these stories from the people that made it. For every
Right.
Boss Mandela or Cardi, there's 1,000 people who moved to Hollywood with $10 and just
Oh,
never
for
made
sure.
it, you know? They
And
don't
they're
get
still waiting
podcasts to tell
tables.
their story, They don't get,
Right.
so you have to be careful that like,
Yeah, for sure.
like John Hamm's first major role was when he was at, 40 years old and he got, Don Draper. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but there's like 1,000 John Hams in Hollywood who just moved back home. You know,
For sure. Yeah, yeah.
it's so it's important to chase those dreams, and it is
Yeah,
important to
100%.
realize that none of it's overnight, and keep trying at it. But it's also important to know that you're only hearing the stories from the people who survived it, and there's a
That is true.
strong sample. Like it's just
Yeah.
not interesting that someone just moves to LA to become an actor, and they just stay there and work a job. Like I know a
Hmm.
guy who left Minnesota to become an actor 10 years ago, and he's now just an LA resident with a job. And that's fine, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
No, for
He's a
sure. Yeah.
regular person working, but like he's not, that John Hamm could have been that, and so
Right.
he's enjoying his time in LA. He's having a great time. But like no, it for be careful of the survivor bias because someone
Oh, for sure.
and the
Yeah.
thing is too, like the talent matters. Like,
That's
People are gonna
that's
laugh at this,
important.
but like Boss Man D'Lo is extraordinarily talented. And so
You should have just said
it's-
Kanye.
Boss Man D'Lo is extraordinarily talented, and so of course he can perform, and he knows it's going to come because like he has a gift, and it's a gift
hmm
that's rare, and so got to keep that in mind. So
Yeah, that is also true. And then
yeah,
also, I think there's something to be said for like the actors who come to go to LA. They don't all become, Brad Pitt, but
no,
you can be a Walter Goggins. You can be
yeah,
you know, Will Arnett, and
yeah.
still have a great career and
I would
pay
prefer it to
make
be honest
good
with you.
money. And right, you can have your freedom. You're not famous. You don't have to worry about TMZ and shit. You can
Maybe not so much anymore, but like Walter Goggins could go grocery shopping, you know?
yeah,
When's the last
right.
time Will Smith could just walk a Harris Teeter and it sounds fun to like,
High
yeah, not
school.
yeah, not even shit. He been up since the
Yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Like
That's what I'm
parents just
saying.
don't understand.
He was basically a child prodigy.
Yeah, like so um yeah, it is true. Like the character actors, that's a good job, or
Yeah,
writing. There's in the
right.
Jamie Foxx show, he had a one of his people on the show, like he had speaking lines, but he wasn't on the cast. His name was Mouse.
hmm
Um, and they just wrote him out. He just stopped showing up. And I was watching it because I have it on the hard drive, and I was like, "What the hell
hmm
happened to Mouse?" And hit the Googles, and he just went behind the camera and started writing for the show, and he's getting writing credits to this day. He's like, "I
I'm
just
about to say that's a yeah.
no interest in stardom," and I'm like. I tried it in front of the camera. Like Mal, it was a good character.
hmm
He was on the show and he had speaking
Yeah,
lines, but he just like was like it wasn't for me. So I went and now he's a comedy writer and he writes for sitcoms and he's still doing it to
that's
this
a
day. So
good perspective too. Because like think about how a lot of songwriters wanted to be singers. They
yeah,
maybe didn't have the look, or maybe didn't have the talent, or didn't weren't great performers, but they can make a living and live on that publishing forever. Writing, or if you're become a screenwriter, become a director, producer, anything. There's still ways to be involved with the craft that you love without necessarily having to be the front man or the guy, if you will, or the girl, if you will.
but that stage is intoxicating. That mic is intoxicating.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like Neo will tell you, like he made way more money off the songs he sold to other people, but
hmm
there's still he said, there's still no thrill like when I get booked and my name's on the fucking front door, and my face
Right.
is on the front door,
Yeah.
and like although I'd make more money if someone was performing my song on their faces on the front door,
hmm
like Gibeon is a far more talented an
Yeah.
extraordinarily talented songwriter.
He's otherworldly at songwriting.
Just can't sing a lick. But that
He
stage is
cannot. He
intoxicating.
can't sing live. It is. It is. And hey, if you got to do that to get Justine Sky, bro.
He hit Coachella 2 weekends ago, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
ooh, buddy.
Oh my God. I love his music and I love his recordings. I just never want to see him perform live. And it's a shame because he's
I
talented
would.
at the thing he doesn't know he's talented at, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, I'm sure, but like, I went in a heavy skeptic because I thought that 25th anniversary song was just a pitchy mess. But that
hmm
last album, man, Don't Leave, Bleeding, 20s,
Yeah.
Rather Be, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
rather
he's
be
got some heavy hitting songs on there.
his
Um,
yeah, his shit, his fire. I think he should give his songs to
to someone who
Sampha.
can sing.
Yeah, to Sampha or Miles Caton.
And then you have the great vocalist who just can't sing, who can't make a song.
Yeah.
Names escape me at this point.
I
I
mean, Jennifer
can't.
Hudson's a great singer, but I don't really enjoy
Yeah.
her music.
Um, what's funny? I think Whitney Houston is the all-time example of that. Just a
Actually,
spectacular
that's
singer
yeah.
who just could never put together a great album. To me,
Right, right. She has
like
classic
this,
songs, but she doesn't have a thriller.
you try to put together a Whitney Houston playlist, and it's getting sketchy after 5 or 6 songs. Like, try it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
for real.
man,
And then you compare that to like Celine Dion, who has a voice for the ages also,
yeah,
who also has the hits and the albums as well.
yeah. Mariah
Mariah
Carey,
Carey.
like she's
She's
85% as
everything.
talented as Whitney Houston, but she has good songs, way better songs.
Yes. And she writes her shit.
Yeah. Adele's the other way. Great vocalist, bad music. I don't like her songs. Like I don't like her music. It's just melancholy and one note, and it's like you date an NBA fucking super agent. Don't you have anything happy to talk about? Don't y'all like? I mean, aren't you in love? Why is this so miserable? Anyways,
That's crazy.
um, Usher, Chris Brown. I have an unconventional opinion.
All right, let me hear it.
It's an awkward booking. Uh,
Because they hate it because they fought, or
no, it's just
oh,
they do two different things.
right,
One's crowd is auntie coded, one is young ho coded. Uh,
yes,
One does more spectacle,
yes,
and one is more like grounded in traditional R&B, which is funny because the
correct,
one who did traditional R&B did the Super Bowl, which is the biggest spectacle.
right,
But I thought that you saw it on the Super Bowl stage that he doesn't do spectacle. Like it
right.
felt small.
It did actually, it
And
really did.
like, don't get me wrong. The people who go, and if I go, it's in Charlotte, I think is the closest one to us. Like, it
Yeah,
will
Bank of
be a good
America.
time, but like, I don't think it's as hand in glove fit as people are making it out to be. I think they're
I
going to
hear you.
co-headline it. But like,
Yeah, like
first
SZA
of all, I don't
and
think Usher is a
Kendrick.
stadium artist. I just
He's
don't.
not. He's not.
Sorry, I didn't even let you speak. What's up? What you got on it?
I was gonna say, I think it would be like the Kendrick SZA show where they just do their songs separately, and then they have whatever songs they have together. They'll do those, and then switch off throughout the night. I'm guessing. I agree because I think I actually was talking about this with my friends at party last weekend or weekend before last. Um, like I think Usher is probably as good a dancer as Chris Brown outside of
No, he's
the
not. I don't think so.
death. I'm talking about like from a technical, just the dancing, not the backflips and shit. I'm talking about just dancing. I think he's. I don't think people sleep in his dancing just because he sings more often now.
Anytime I
Um,
see Usher dancing, I feel like, which manager made you do this? Like he doesn't look like he looks like he's counting the steps in his head.
really?
Uh
Okay, so I feel like Usher is a better singer than he is a dancer,
oh yeah,
and I feel like Chris is a better dancer than he's a singer.
correct.
I also think Chris has lost some of his vocal ability, probably because the drugs and shit like that. Whatever he does use, you can hear the autotune in his music.
Go back, listen to those early songs like Say Goodbye or
Yeah.
AO. No, not AO.
Excuse me,
Yo,
miss. Yo,
excuse
excuse me,
me,
miss.
miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um the one with Jordan Sparks, like his
No
vocals used
air.
to be way much stronger, but
Yeah.
he's almost 40 years old and he's probably been partying for 15 years,
That's true too. That's true
so
too. So yeah, so I think Chris Brown shit will be like what I saw when I saw him last year with the ropes and the flying through the air and all that shit. And the Ushers I think will be more of a classic R&B style show. Well, he does the skating too, so he'll probably do some of that as well.
how's that gonna work though? When Chris Brown, is flying around on a trapeze doing "Look at Me Now," and then Usher comes out in a red robe for "There Goes My Baby." Like it's just,
And no cherries to aunties.
yeah, it's just. I love Usher. I
Yeah,
just
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if
Me
he's
too.
a stadium artist. He's an
He's
arena
not.
artist. He does not
Yeah,
do spectacle. So I don't know. We'll see.
I hear
We're
you.
definitely gonna see. They're gonna sell a lot of tickets.
We'll sell a lot of tickets. It's gonna be a vibe out there in Charlotte whenever when that show is this summer. I think it's this summer, right? Yeah.
Question: is it cool to go to that show on a solo mission?
Yeah, I saw the tweet. I don't know. I would say, well, like everybody's gonna know people there because
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be there. So it's hard to say and it's like it's gonna be hard to get tickets. It's gonna be hard to get tickets. Period. So getting tickets next to people is gonna make it more hard. So
I'm saying you
I
gotta
don't know.
sit there, like just to, wife,
Just
girlfriend,
like
homegirl,
okay, yeah.
y'all pull up together. That's fine. But just a
Yeah.
solo mission, that's a little crazy.
No, yeah, that's a little, yeah, that's a bit, a bit serial killer-ish.
I think I tweeted, I was like, our pops wasn't showing up to the Gerald Levert show with no hose. Like,
Yeah.
that would be a little strange, man.
Yeah.
And they love Gerald Levert, but going with no hose or just the fellas is a little, you
Yeah.
need at least one pair of titties in the crew to hit the Usher and the Chris Brown concert, man. Just grab
Right.
one. It's one homegirl that want to go.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Just go with some friends or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to make a weekend out of that. That'd be a good time. Even if I don't go to the show, I'll fucking hang out after.
for sure, man. That's all we had. So, we're gonna wrap that up there. If you have anything you want us to talk about, hit the inbox out the trunk pod at gmail.com. So we'll holler at y'all
Yep.
later.